So it is our anniversary. Thank you for joining us for this YouTube video. I'm Sally Jack's TV mom, and I'm going to show you 2 different anniversary meals that we've actually had and enjoyed this week. So stay tuned. So today is my anniversary, and obviously, as you are going to see, there's 2 different meals that we've had over the course of the week. One of them was outside when it was beautiful, and then unfortunately on the day of our anniversary ended up pouring it down. So we've had a meal in and Gary's cooked. The first meal we all got dressed up for. The second meal, which is indoors, I couldn't be bothered. So I've actually just put on a pink tracksuit to match the theme of my table, which was the theme of our wedding, which is blush pink. So I do excuse me, we've been very, very busy all day, and we were all going to get dressed for dinner tonight, but it ended up that I just couldn't be bothered. I was so tired. You know how that feels. Nobody's coming around. The table looks great, so I've dressed the table but not myself. And we're also going to show you how Gary cooks probably the best paella in the world as well, and I know a few of you have been asking about it. So here is the whole vlog of Monday when we had an exquisite grazing platter, and then tonight, Wednesday the 3rd, which we've actually have a paella with Gary with some red wine. We haven't had champagne tonight. Champagne was Monday. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. So this is what's just arrived from us for Northern Birds Bites, and I'm going to show you all the details as well and how beautiful this is. It is an incredible graze box that Gary and I and Frankie Jack are going to be enjoying tonight for our anniversary. So here's your box with your bites. I've opened it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. You've also got a thanks a bunch. Share the box on Insta. This is our anniversary meal tonight. We're having a few nibbles like a tapas. We've got this lovely platter. It's a grazing platter from Northern Birds Bites, which you can see here. I'll write their details in the description below. And this is a grazing box of mixed savoury and sweet. Isn't that beautiful? So Gary and I and Frankie Jack are going to have this tonight. How exquisite does that look? Now this is a grazing platter that is actually a mixture of sweet and savoury. I'm not kidding you. The crackers as well that came with it were absolutely beautiful. Now this company is called Northern Bird Bites, and all their details will be in the description below. This was gifted to us from them for our anniversary, and basically they do for huge events and for little events. It could be christenings, it could be weddings, it could be corporate events, it could be all sorts of things. And of course you can have this kind of thing delivered to the home as well, which I think is just beautiful in these kind of times. So if you have a birthday or an anniversary in these weird and challenging times of COVID, then this is just a really lovely extra thing. It was so exciting getting it delivered and then popping it outside. I decided to have it delivered on Monday so we could enjoy it outside in the back garden because I knew that Wednesday's weather wasn't going to be very good, and I wanted to have it sort of tapas style outside. The champagne or the Prosecco doesn't come with it, although you can buy that as extra if you wanted to as well, and they can deliver that to your front door as well. You can have savoury platters. There's all different kinds of things, and of course they do sort it for your taste as well, and of course there might be dietary requirements that you need. So Frankie Jack wanted a champagne glass, so I got him one of the sort of plastic flutes that we have for outside, and he popped water in there, but he still got a strawberry, so he still enjoyed it with mummy and daddy. And we did a nice little toast for our anniversary and a nice little toast for Northern Bird Bites. Gary went and fell over. Well, stumbled a little bit getting up there, which was very, very funny. Frankie Jack loves it. Look at him. He loves it. He looks so cute. And we all had a hint of pink on. And that's because pink was our wedding colour. And I have to say, I love Gary in pink and I love Frankie Jack in pink. Although I am getting a little bit of resistance with it at the moment because pink's for girls. But he just looks so gorgeous. These are gingham shorts that I got from TK Maxx. They're Ralph Lauren. So, of course, Ralph Lauren, very expensive. But from TK Maxx, I probably only paid maybe £10, £12 for them. And I just think he looks brilliant. Thank you so much to Northern Birds Bites. It was absolutely exquisite and filled us. You would think, looking at it, is that going to fill you? Yes, it does. We were so full afterwards. It was brilliant and we all really enjoyed it. Gutted it's raining outside for our anniversary because I really wanted to sit out and have a meal tonight. So what I've done is we've just woken up and Gary's brought me breakfast in bed, which is really lovely. This is one of my favourite breakfasts, which is a bacon and egg butty. So I decided to dress the table because we couldn't eat outside, and obviously everything, all the cushions, etc., have been taken in from outside. I was feeling a bit because the weather wasn't very good. And I started off recording all of the table being done. And then when I went back to have a look at it, the damn thing hadn't recorded. So I was so frustrated because I'd had a couple of technical issues already on in the day. And I am so useless with tech. I can't tell you, IT makes me want to scream at the highest pitch. But here we go. Here's me setting up the table. I'm going to talk you through everything that I've done and where I've got it from. And I want to show you this nifty little gadget. It's a candle lighter, but it's called Digi Hero. I'm going to leave you a link in the description below. I got it from Amazon. It is the best thing for candles. I've bought many of the lighter for, you know, and those longer sort of gas lighters or whatever you call them for £1 or £2, and I just go through them like wildfire, excuse the pun, because they either break down on me, I can't refill them, they're a bit useless. So anyway, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to leave a link because honestly, if you love candles, you need this gadget. So I'm going to show you how it works. So you switch it on. You've got your charge here. Mine's running out of charge a little bit because we've just been doing all the candles and I've had it running for a couple of days. And you just plug it in at the bottom, and then there's a thing at the top. And if I press that, you can see there's an electric current that goes through. And then if I show you next to a candle, you go down, put the electric current, and it just lights it. It is absolutely genius. And I do believe everybody should have one of those. So I'll just light the candles and then I'll show you the table. So let me show you my anniversary table. So I decided to go for all the, you have to excuse me, Gary's cooking, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But basically, I've set this up as if it was our wedding table. So I've set it up in our wedding colours, and I've also used some of the wedding things. Now, obviously, I do use artificial flowers quite a lot, especially when I'm doing event dressing and things, because it just bulks it out. However, I do prefer fresh flowers. But because we're in the coronavirus times, I can't get out to get flowers. So I make do with what I've got at home, but I still think it looks beautiful. So this is my tablecloth that I ordered from the same place that I ordered all my wedding tablecloths from, and it's actually shipped in. Now you can get them all over, but actually 4 years ago they were difficult to come by, and I got it from a lady in China and got it shipped into the country. These I actually got from an event company in Birmingham. He was absolutely brilliant with me, and these are glass, and then they've got the beads that go around the outside. I nearly bought them for the wedding to have them shipped over, but I didn't end up getting glass. I ended up getting plastic, but I sold them the night of the wedding. There was a wedding planner there that bought everything from me, that was giving me, this wedding planner was actually sorting something out for my wedding. They didn't actually plan my wedding, but they brought something that they have, and then they saw how I decorated it and bought the whole shebang from me. This is my Villarone box plate that I got for 99p, remember, from TK Maxx. And then I've got these pink plates from actual Poundland. I love these, but I believe that you can get a pink set at the moment from B&M, but unfortunately every time I've tried to go, it's been out of stock, but I will get hold of it. And then I've got these wonderful pink napkins that I actually picked up. So these are slightly different shades, but it doesn't matter as long as they're the same shade. So these are all sort of peachy tones rather than lavender. This is the Zara one from outside. You saw this on the black and white theme, but I do have more napkin rings, but I just thought these were more romantic. Then I've got this voile that I picked up from the material place where I got my black and white serviettes from, the material for those, and it's just like a pink voile, and I had to be careful obviously on the colour of that it was definitely going to be peachy. So it's a more peachy base, so it's a blush. It's a blush rather than a dusky. Dusky is lavender base, blush is peachy base. Then we've got our glasses. We bought these over time. They're crystal, and they've all got swirls on them, if you can see. We couldn't get the wine glasses to match completely because they didn't have them, but they've got a swirl on them. And we always bring those out. So we have 12 of those because we can sit 8 round the dinner table. We always buy 8. We always buy 12 just in case some break. Then I've also got these lovely light lovely tea light holders, and I got these from the range. These I bought for my mum's birthday. Now this is a wonderful vase from Home Sense. And I'll just take this out. You can see it's got crystal on the top. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is actually the bridesmaid bouquet that I made for my sister and Julie, who are my two bridesmaids. And I have these, you've probably seen as I was cleaning out my dressing room. I actually have these on the windowsill in my dressing room. So I thought those were very apt because it's a 4th year anniversary. Got Frankie Jack's place set in, so he hasn't got wine glasses. But somebody bought him for one of his birthdays one year, a really beautiful knife and fork set, and I'm absolutely positive there is a name on here. Yes, it's Arthur Price. So we always bring his better knife and fork out for when we've got dinners and we're dining, and then my place setting is exactly the same. Our cutlery is actually Viners. I've got peonies, I've got roses, and I've also got hydrangeas because those were our wedding flowers. So I decided to bring all that into the theme. And then that last but by no means least, and you'll have seen this on my bedside cabinet, this is my bouquet from my wedding, and I actually handmade this. To actually buy them when you go to fairs, you will see how expensive they are, and that is very, very heavy. But I bought the crystals from eBay, and then I put wire on them. If I pull this down here, I put wire, so I wired each and every one of them. And at the time, I was staying, oh, I've just bent that down, but I can bend it back. I was staying at the Days Inn in Peterborough because I hadn't been in my job as a TV presenter for Ideal World for that long. I'd only just started when I started to make this bouquet. And so I used to make it when I went back home, back to the hotel at night. So that was made in bed watching television. And then I clumped it all together. I bought this that wraps round from a wholesaler's place for bouquets, and then I put the ribbon and folded it over myself, and I just got that from a local haberdashery store. But that sits on the side, and that in my bedroom, and that really glistened in the sun when we were in Marbella. My bouquet in the UK was absolutely phenomenal and was made by a florist in Trawden called Hedgehog, and it was so beautiful, I can't even tell you. However, the florists out in Spain were very, very good. They were exceptional, but they were incredibly expensive. So just to give you an idea, a peony in this country would have been about £3 per head, or even £2.50. In Spain at that time, you'd have thought the flowers would have been cheaper, but they were actually £8 per stem. So flowers were astronomically expensive. I was already making our own bouquets, but we went very limited on the flowers when we were there. And also, so these are made out of, I made the big balls that went on top of the table. I'll try and link some, oh no, you'll see it in my wedding footage. So I'll leave the link down below for you to see my wedding video, because that you already would have seen this week. So these were actually made from the roses that I made the big balls out of that stood on each table. Those were actually from the range, and this was the pearls that were in between. So actually I was taking them all out and I was just throwing them on the floor, and as I was throwing on the floor, this big bundle was building and building and building, and ended up kind of looking like that. And I thought, how beautiful. I thought I could make that, and pearls was very much a theme. So again, I didn't have to wire these, they were already on a wire. So I put net in, and I put wonderful ribbon, and then tied ribbon around the stem, and that's what the girls carried. So actually their bouquets didn't cost me anything apart from a bit of ribbon, because those pearls were just being thrown away. So I ended up having the beautiful bridesmaids, and everybody commented on them. I just thought they were exquisite, and I've managed to keep hold of them, and they're now obviously a centerpiece in my bedroom, and a centerpiece in my dressing room as well. Now this at the back is peonies that I bought during lockdown because I can't stand not having flowers in the house. And the vase, I think they were Amazon or eBay. I'll try and find a link for you. They are fake, but I think they're absolutely brilliant for fake flowers, I have to say, or artificial flowers. And I bought the kind of looky like ceramic vase. Not keen on the vase because it's plastic. However, it looks good when you're far away. So that is our table for our anniversary meal, and Gary is cooking paella tonight because obviously we got married in Marbella, and Gary cooks the best paella you will have ever tasted. So we'll crack on and we'll show you how he makes it. This is what you'll need for Gary's paella, and I've eaten a lot of paellas over the years, purely and simply because we've been going to Spain every year. We eat in some fabulous Spanish restaurants in southern Spain and on the Costa del Sol, and we eat mostly in Spanish restaurants. And so paella is one of my favorite all-time dishes. So I've eaten a lot over the years, and I have to tell you that not one paella that I've ever had has ever come close to my husband's. We're not Spanish, but he is an exceptional cook. So I'm going to show you how he makes it and what he does. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I don't know, but his tastes exceptional. We've had people round for dinner as well who reckon they're paella specialists, and everybody always goes away saying it's the best. So I'm going to say possibly or probably the best paella in the world. So let's show you. So first of all, you want a paella dish. However, because there's less of us tonight because of coronavirus, it's our wedding anniversary today, Gary's actually going to be cooking in a frying pan instead of the actually a paella pan. If we were having a big party, this is actually what Gary would serve it up in the middle of the table. So you've got Spanish chorizo sausage. That's really important to have because that really, really does give it some extra flavour. This is a meat and seafood paella. He's also got a tin of chopped tomatoes. He's got frozen peas, white onion, red pepper, paprika, saffron, garlic, chicken stock, lemon, chicken, paella rice. Now he always goes for paella rice because it's a lot easier to stir. I know a lot of people might want to go for normal rice, but just go for the paella rice. It's a lot better. And then he also puts in these two. I'm not a fan of squid, so you could add squid as extra if you want to, but Gary never puts it in because I don't like it. Now normally, I will tell you, we are fussy and we always put in fresh. But of course, we're in the coronavirus times and we can only, as you've seen in all my vlogs, only have stuff delivered. So we've had to get a packet of the mussels, which we always have as mules marinade, but we're using those. But we always get fresh mussels. And we've got jumbo king prawns. These are raw and hand peeled. But on top of that, we also get the big king prawns that are all in their shell with the heads on, you know, that look at you, which are a bit scary, but we do that for decoration so they can actually peel. You won't see that on tonight's paella, purely and simply because we just can't do it because we're in lockdown. So, and we will still be having our meals delivered even when I go back to work. So that's the start of what you need. You're going to see Gary doing a bit of chopping and a bit of cooking, and this is how he makes it. So this is a recipe for 4 people. So obviously you need to double up if you want to make it for more. Using 2 chicken breast fillets, 200 grams of chorizo. You want 1 onion, 1 red pepper, 2 garlic bulbs, 250 grams of fresh raw prawns, 250 grams of mussels, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a pinch of saffron, 250 grams of paella rice or arborio or risotto, 400 grams of chopped tomatoes, 600 grams of chicken stock, a glug of olive oil, salt and pepper, 1 cup of frozen peas and 1 lemon cut into 4 to garnish. And don't forget as well, you also want those big prawns that are not shelled. And they just garnish, but obviously we couldn't get those on the delivery, and that's why we're not able to put it into this particular vlog, because we're doing this vlog in the challenging times of the coronavirus. But basically this is Gary chopping everything up and putting it into all the dishes ready to cook so he can get everything to hand. So he prepares before he starts making the dish. And then of course we're going to show you cooking. He usually uses a paella pan, but he's actually going to be using a frying pan because he's only making it for 4 today. But obviously when we're doing the paella big dish, we are usually, or Gary's usually cooking it for a lot more people. So I'm going to talk you through now the recipe and how it goes. He also prepares his chicken stock as well before he starts any of the making in the pan. So then he preheats the pan with the olive oil and he adds the onion and garlic and fries off to soften for around about 2 minutes. He then adds the chicken, the chorizo, and he browns off to seal in the flavours. So this could take you a little bit more time. Then on top of that, he then adds in the peppers, the rice and paprika. Make up to 600 ml of your chicken stock, which you've just seen him do. You grind up some of the saffron and add some of the stock to rinse the mortar and add back to the stock. Add approximately 500 ml of the stock and add to the dish. bring it to the boil, stir, and then back to a simmer for around about 15 minutes on a low heat. Then cover with foil so the rice actually absorbs the moisture. So you want some tin foil on that list. I forgot to tell you right at the beginning. Then just before the rice is fully cooked, add the prawns, mussels and frozen peas plus the remainder of the stock. You then want to stir in and cover and leave the prawns to go pink for around about 5 minutes. You're then going to serve immediately with the lemon. And voila! Here it is finished. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments section below and Gary will answer them for you.
Te desvestiste, lo hicimos en la habitación, qué rico mami, pero en cosas del amor mucho fallaba. No veía nada, mi amor, algo esperaba de tu mirada. Perdidos, sé lo que siento, pero tú no. Nos entendemos haciendo el amor. No hay nada más que eso, estamos perdidos, perdidos. Yo no sé ya si fue algo más que el placer. Si me amaste.
Thank you so much for joining us for this vlog. Don't forget to subscribe, please. I would love to have you part of the social family, and don't forget to press that bell notification as well. I do vlogs, or I try to do vlogs every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, roughly around about 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. They will be released. However, it can't always happen because I do have a full-time job where I'm a TV presenter, and obviously in lockdown I've been able to do 3 a week. When I get back to work, I don't know whether that's going to be possible, but please follow me. I'm also on Instagram, which is Sally Jack's TV Mom, Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining us. Do excuse me for the scruffiness. I'm not normally like this at all, but lockdown has made me the scruffiest person on the planet for just wanting to chill out with no makeup, no nails, no jewellery, no nothing. Anyway, it's been a lovely evening tonight. It's been fabulous that you've joined us, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. If you want to go and have a look at our 2 weddings, because we had a small intimate UK wedding and then the big Spanish wedding, they are also on my YouTube channel. I'll see you later. Love you lots.